Looking at the main break pots, this event's been around for a long time, but it seems like it's completely changed in the last few years as far as not going left too much, always focusing on that right into the closeout. Is that theme going to stay consistent this year?
No, absolutely right. Here we go. This is the first wave.
This is Keely Andrew finally kicking off this opening heat of the contest. Clean carve off the top. Nice tight forehand jam. The rookie throws a fan of spray out the back on the third maneuver, and she'll jump off right in front of the rocks.
It's good to get that first wave. It's good to apply the pressure. Nice offshore conditions here this morning, which really means you can't go all the way to the top. Nice little connection with the lip right there. Love the way you can see the fins popping out. That means she's laying that board over on the rail, showing that commitment that the judges want to see. That speed, power, and flow. So
online, of course, the Surfline forecast is up and running again today. We've got some swell on tap, but it's going to be lully and inconsistent. We'll take a look at the maps here, and you know, we've had a steady flow, and with that steady flow, well, we'll take back a look at the map again if we can get back to it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take a look at the forecast there. We had some action now,
just in case we get to see that double to triple overhead range spots. Now watching this one, this will be Keely Andrew. Already open with a 6.5. Nice clean carve right off the lip, and she'll kick out. We saw her take a wave right when we were going to the Surfline report.
You know, she's the kind of girl that's not scared to ride a bigger board, you know, and I think that's what really put her on that road to victory last year. You know, not be as radical, that we're going to see a little bit more conservative approach.
Now here's Bianca Buitendag on her first wave of the morning. It's a vertical backside snap. She'll come out of the white water and now wait for a second move, and she's just good for that first turn. If he's at Waimea Bay during the eddy, if he's at the Bell's Bowl, snapper, now he's out the back at the main break at Margaret River. Morning, Strider. How's the wind feeling out there? Thank you, Strider. As we watch this paddle from out the back, it's going to be Tatiana Weston-Webb choosing that backhand weapon. There's that snap to start, stomps that landing. Another big turn off the backhand of Tati. Now she kicks out. Waiting a long time to get that opening score, but here comes our heat leader, Keely Andrew, with plenty of open face. Frontside carve to start. Now further down the line, she's got the lip to hit. Nice projection snap. Little more vertical, she'll get hung up and goes down on the final move. More waves on the way. This is Buitendag. Nice clean backhand carve. There's the bottom turn, nice off the top from the former Rookie of the Year. And jams it shut. Nice clean form from Buitendag. Had a 2.17 start. That'll be her best score so far. Impressive from the rookie. 6.5, trying to better a 2.67 when she's heading the right direction. Tati already up again on her second wave of the matchup. Nice aggressive start with that snap. Jams the tail out quickly. Now a nice clean inside corner pocket. She'll get a nice jam off the top, and now this heat's really getting underway. We think about skateboarders and snowboarders when they're doing their moves on half pipes. The pipe doesn't disappear underneath their feet. It doesn't collapse on them at the end. All of a sudden they run out of water and they're trying to get their finishing moves in, and they won't hold back today. As we look at Keely, set up her little frontside carve. Loves this inside wall. Draws it off vertical. Another clean connection through the offshore wind. Trying to force a little snap before she runs out of room, and she'll kick out. She's been the most active.
So she's kind of knows what she's got to do, you know, and she's surfing that way accordingly. Like, let's have a look at Tatiana's couple of waves here. Just a little caught up there, but just nice and low off the bottom. And there's that little pizzazz. There's that radical part of her surfing that we love. Just jams that board in the pocket. Keely, as you said, being the most consistent out there at the moment as far as wave catching goes. Sometimes out at Margaret River, that's what it is. It's a wave catching event. It's the one that gets the best waves. 3.6 on this occasion, so Keely not quite sticking that last turn there. Out of the corner of your eye, you've seen that shallow reef. Do I go for it or not? This is that swooping surfing that we talk about from Bianca. Nice, clean, big drawn out turns, holding that rail. And then there's that nice clean finish from her. So Bianca, a little bit more methodical approach as far as getting that rail over and just fitting her turns in. Tatiana, a little bit more radical. We can watch this next wave here from her. You can see the intent off the bottom, and there's that jamming maneuver that we love. And again, just jams that board, almost loses the fins right there, but regathers and finishes off with a couple of nice turns. So Tatiana on the board with a 5-6 on her first wave, waiting for that second one to drop. Ward big turns. They're going to give you scores for a couple of big opening turns. Even if you don't finish it off, they're going to give you points for the damage already done. So
in 2007, and that hasn't been matched since that amazing year. While we were away, Potts, Bianca got another moment here.
Well, Bianca just looking for a 6.11 to get herself back into the heat. You know, you're going to have to get those scores up in the good range. Not necessarily excellent, but good. So that's what Bianca's trying to do, just build the points. Tatiana's got that solid base, those 2 5s. Now she's trying to crank it up, a little bit more radical, get that board nice and vertical. It's almost like you've got to pull back a little bit till you find the groove on the wave and then start cranking it up as you go down the line. So
Western Australia in the last heat of the round. And we also have Felicity Palmatier, who came from the trials in the main event. This is Tatiana Weston-Webb now, nice and vertical off the lip. Drills that first section, and she has more off the top on the second move. Through a little bit of turbulence, she'll iron it out with another backside crack off the top, and she'll be looking to improve one of her 5s at this stage. What about an open ocean waves like this with big turns? Let's take another look.
yeah, well, let's have a look. I mean, watch this approach here. She draws off the bottom, right in the perfect spot there, a little free fall drop, but comes straight out and into the next turn. The judge is going to love that transition between maneuvers. Nice and clean, mistake-free surfing. That's where that speed, power, and flow comes from. Beautiful flow on that, great timing.
Buitendag's now looking at this next opportunity to showcase this backhand deep off the bottom. Nice draw off the top for the South African, and she'll carve her way out. So incomplete on that inside snap.
And Rosie was ripping, that's for sure.
Watching this one now. Nice takeoff for Keely Andrew. Beautiful bottom turn. Talk about timing. Crushes that first section off the top. Big fan off the second snap. And now a little front side fade in the pocket, and she'll kick out right in front of the reef.
If she had done that last turn, what was she going to get? Was she going to add extra points onto the wave? Here we go, Tatiana up and running.
Weston-Webb fighting back. Controls the bottom turn. Another clean connection right off the lip into the open face for a backhand carve, and she's out. Andrew had a beautiful start with a 6-5, but since has lost her lead out front. This is Buitendag, an important move here on her backhand, carves it off the lip. Nice, solid, powerful wrap off the top for Buitendag. You can see her pushing a little bit more pot. She knows she needs a solid number to go straight to round non-elimination. Sometimes you want to see surfers relax and maybe go for broke, but then you see the consequences of not winning this heat, and it's huge. Approaching on the calendar where she's had a lot of success, including Fiji, including a runner-up finish in Rio de Janeiro last season, as we will run out of time in the first heat of the morning. Tatiana Weston-Webb got her lead with a 7.93 and a 5.67. Keely Andrew turns in a 6.93 on her last wave. Bianca Buitendag left chasing an 8.87 and waiting for number spots. Looks like unofficially Tati pretty solid at this stage to move straight to round 3.